Now, could this be the next revolutionary defensive tactic in football? Looking at 2 banks of 5. Not 2 banks of 4, 2 banks of 5. Especially when you play against a ball-playing team that really likes to keep the ball. And they play, let's say, a box midfield, or it turns into a diamond, for example. 2 banks of 5 could actually work a treat. Where you have these 2 players pressing the central centre-back. So you let the central centre-back step once with the ball. So then this player is spare. And there's a reason why this player is spare, and I'm going to explain it right now, obviously. And these 2 players press the central centre-back depending on their dominant foot. If they are right-footed, you get this player to press from out to in, forcing them this way. It's more uncomfortable for a right-footed player to play towards their left, and also the same thing applies to a left-footed player, forcing them towards their right. Those are the little details. So let's say this player is right-footed. This player will press. Yes, this player is free. You might as well take this player out of the game because this player is blocking off the pass. So if we take this player out of the game, every player is locked on, and also you have a spare player, so you can really be aggressive and hunt for the ball. This player can really force a pass out wide, which is another trigger to aggressively press. If this player, let's say, drops in and this player follows, guess what? This spare player can help fill in the gaps. Because let's say when this happens, they will look for a pass in behind. That will be very difficult because of the pressure on the ball. But let's say they find a pass in behind to this space. If this player has dropped into cover, that pass will be intercepted by this player. And I go through this level of detail and more in my formations guide, where I go through every single formation in the beautiful game. Check it out in the link in my profile. Now back to the video. And let's say, for example, they actually find that spare centre back, where when this player presses, they go through a 3rd-man combination out to this player. So from central centre back into the centre midfield under pressure out to here. As that's happening, this is where this player presses the outside centre back and the spare player. And remember when I said I was going to explain the importance of this player? There you go. When this player leaves the centre midfielder and presses the outside centre back, this spare player locks on. And now it's a man-for-man game all across the pitch. Pressing this player, forcing them down the line. This player is ready to drop because of the threat of that pass in behind, with the number 9 or the number 10 making a run in behind. Everyone else just shuffles across. If they go all the way back to the goalkeeper, no problem. Don't need to press the goalkeeper. Get back into that 5-5-0 structure and then rinse and repeat until they go long. You win the first ball and you can win the second ball because of your spare player, by the way. And this is where pressing them from out to in is very important, because a right-footed player having to play a long pass into this space, it's not going to be the most accurate long pass. Under pressure, there'll be a long pass in and around this area, and this is where this spare player can pick up the second ball. And when this player anticipates that and really gets close to the first contact, they can win the second ball, and then suddenly you have an opportunity to start a counter-attack and score a goal.